Welcome to the Sanders Kitchen. I'm Mike, and today I'm going to be doing a queso dip that Daddy Jack at Cooking with the Blues did a few years ago. And you know Daddy Jack passed away, but I'm doing this in memory of him. And also I'm doing this recipe because Pam's birthday is just in a couple of days, Christmas Eve. And we're going to have a little party, and I want to make sure that I can make this just right. And so we're just going to go ahead and get started, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is cut up our bacon. I have 4 slices of bacon. By the way, everything will be in the description. So I'm going to take my bacon and cut it up into small pieces like this. All right, so we have our bacon cut up into small pieces, and I have my skillet preheated. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the bacon in. And I know you see me wearing a rubber glove, and you're probably saying, gee, I wonder what happened to his hand. Nothing. And I don't want anything to happen to it because we're going to be putting some jalapeno pepper in this queso dip, and I don't want my fingers getting full of jalapeno pepper, and I haven't cut it up yet. So we're going to render the bacon down, and it's going to take a few minutes. This is a good dip. And we are also going to add in a segment where we're showing you how to make your own corn tortillas. We're going to cut the corn tortillas up and fry them and season them. They're going to be great, so hang with us. If you like our video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We really do appreciate it. While the bacon's frying, I'm going to go ahead and cut this jalapeno. So what we're going to do, just want to show you, I'm going to cut it in half. I know it's not a close-up picture, but I'm just going to take that membrane. Now the membrane has a lot of flavor, but there's also a lot of seeds attached to it, so I'm throwing it away. I don't want all the seeds. So I'm just going to cut the membrane out. Throw that in the garbage. Shake all the seeds off. Hey, if 1 or 2 of the seeds sneak in my queso dip, no problem. So, anyway, here we go. We're going to go ahead and cut up the jalapenos. Kind of julienne, and then come back and cut them into smaller chunks. Okay, this is looking good and it's smelling good. Now we have 4 strips of bacon, and there's not going to be a lot of fat there. So probably going to add a little bit of butter, but we are definitely going to render that down. So it's going to take a few minutes. So just give me a few minutes and we'll get that done. I'm going to cut up my other pepper while we're waiting. Okay, so while that's rendering down, I'm going to go ahead and cut up my bell pepper. I'll cut it the same way. This is only about 1/3 of a bell pepper, a green bell pepper. Well, it smells really good in here, and I know that queso dip's going to taste really, really good. Oh, it's getting close. A little bit more, just maybe another minute. That'll give me a little time to cut this one. Okay, so let me cut up a half an onion too. This is going to be a great dip. Okay, whoa, that looks good. That looks good. So, hey, we're just going to go ahead and start adding in the bell pepper and the onions. And some jalapeno. Oh man, that smells so good. Now we make jalapeno hot sauce, and I know that the hottest part of the pepper is the membrane. The second hottest part of the pepper are the seeds. And the outer part, which is what I'm putting in here, it's got a little flavor. I mean, it's got a little pepper to it, but it's not nowhere near as hot as the seeds and that little white membrane that the seeds are attached to. Okay, so we're going to saute this down for a few minutes. Now I'm going to add in just a little bit of butter here, about maybe a tablespoon. And then just give me a couple of minutes and we'll be back. We back on. Ooh, it smells so good and it looks yummy. So the next thing we need to do is put in about 3 tablespoons of flour. I'm going to shake that around. So we're going to blend this up. Make sure that the flour is coating all the veggies really good. Okay, Pam made 2 cups of chicken stock for me. Okay, here we go. So let me add a little bit more. A little bit more than a cup, and that looks pretty good. I'm going to add in just a smidge more. Okay, so that's almost 2 cups. Now he added in some milk, and I'm going to do the same, but I'm going to measure it. So this is 1/3 of a cup. So let me mix that around. So while this is coming back up to heat, we're going to add in a little flavor right now. So we're going to go with a teaspoon of cumin. And let's see, 2 teaspoons of chili powder. And let's see how that works out. So, you know, look, I only have a little tiny bit left of stock. Just going to add, I'm probably just going to go ahead and add it all in. I mean, that's not more than 1/4 of a cup maybe. And you know how it is with cheese, it's just all going to thicken. So that was a whole 2 cups. And now we're going to add in 2 cans of these little green chilies. Chopped green chilies, El Paso. Yeah, gonna go ahead and add that in. I'll bet you this is gonna be just right. That's looking good. It's time to put the Velveeta in. This is 16 ounces. And I remember Daddy Jack said, hey, if you don't like Velveeta cheese, stop watching my video. Well, I don't want you to stop watching the video. But he loved it, Velveeta cheese. Okay, so we're just going to cut all of this up into little pieces and put those in. Now, there's one more thing he added. Daddy Jack had some, not picante, but he had a salsa. And he just poured it in. So, again, I'm going to measure out 1/3 of a cup. And we'll put that in. Okay. I may just have to add more of that because I love picante sauce. All right, so this is all going to melt down. And just give me a couple of minutes and we'll adjust the thickness and it's going to be good. We're wrapping it up right now. Let me tell you what we did. We had to add in another 1/3 of the block of Velveeta, so we have about 2/3 of that block of Velveeta in here. We added another teaspoon of cumin, and what else did we add?
A 1/3 cup of picante.
Oh, and I added another 1/3 cup of picante, the medium, because you know it comes in mild, medium, and hot. So we used the medium. We already had jalapenos in it. Check this out. Look how pretty that is. And so now I'm just gonna put a little bit on my spoon. I don't have a chip yet, but we're getting to that point. Wow, that is some good stuff. I'm not kidding you. I'll post that recipe. You have to try it. Okay, well, so we're gonna pause this and we're gonna get on with the chips. So we're gonna come back. We're gonna have everything ready to fry up some chips so we can eat the queso, okay? We'll see you in a little bit. If you like our video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. That way you know when we're coming out with new videos. You'll be the first to know. Okay, we have everything switched up and we're getting ready to fry some corn tortillas. These are the small ones. So what I did was I just grabbed a handful and brought them out to my cutting board, and I'm just going to cut them into 4 pieces like this. Now my oil is heating up, and that's about how big we want them. Like that. Okay, all you do is just drop these little babies in. Here we go. This is going to go good with that dip. Just have to be careful not to splash it. Okay. And when you see them turn nice and brown like that, that's when it's time to take them out. And they're crispy too. Just let them fry for a couple of minutes. I'm not even timing it. And when they feel hard and crunchy, I'm going to take them out. So I'll fry up a handful of these things just like I'm doing now. We'll come back when we're through frying up a nice little batch. And we'll serve it up with the queso dip. Okay, come on. Oh man, the queso dip is just outstanding. I cannot wait to dig into this. I already did. Are you kidding me? I already dug into it. I know how good it is. And I have all the instructions and the description below the video. So you can, I'm talking about the recipe. Everything that I did will be there. And the chips, listen to this. Can you hear that? I mean, those chips are so crunchy. It's amazing. Oh yeah. And this queso dip is amazing too. Wow. Friends, you have got to try this. This is amazing. For me, it's not too hot. It's got a little kick, not bad. Not bad at all. And I think our guests are going to love it. We have a lot left. We're going to put it in the fridge, and we'll warm it up the day of our party on Christmas Eve, actually. So this is a great dip. I hope you give it a try. Hang on just a second. Oh my goodness. And look, we use Himalayan pink salt mixed with a little pepper, and we lightly sprinkled the chips when they came out. And we didn't want to over season them because this is pretty spicy right here, so we didn't need a lot of salt and pepper, but just enough, you know, just enough. And these chips are awesome. They're just awesome. They won't last very long, I can tell you that. Anyway, I'm sorry, I can't stop eating. Well, I hope you like our video on the queso dip. Thank you, Daddy Jack in heaven. I know you're listening. And the tortilla chips are outstanding. So I just want to give you a little recap. The temperature in the oil was pretty steady at about 335. And I put the chips in, flipped them over when they started to get a little brown on the edges. And then when it stopped bubbling, it was time to take them out. And that is what made them real crunchy. So hopefully you watch this video to the end and you can pick up on that tip. Anyway, you guys, make this. I know you're gonna love it. We're planning a video again before Christmas. And it's gonna be a dessert. And if we could pull this off, it's gonna be great. If not, guys, we love y'all. Thank you so much. Have a great Christmas and God bless you. If you like our video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. That way you know when we're coming out with new videos. You'll be the first to know.